So I want to talk about halter fit as well, because this is your line of communication, is your lead rope. It is attached to their head. This is functioning if you're used to walking dogs, kind of like that dog collar. Where the head goes, they go. But there are some things we need to pay attention to with halters when you're out on the trail. Right now, this is a pretty standard halter. You'll see a lot of people using this style. The only difference between what you may have and this one is this has this floating ring down here because it does have an adjustable chin. The thing to be aware of with these floating rings is make sure they don't get kind of stuck up, because that'll shift the whole halter into their eye. Halters are meant to fit a very specific way so that they don't injure our animals. We want to make sure that these metal pieces here aren't touching. You can feel they've got a hard cheekbone right here. Hers is right here. The metal pieces down here were good. We don't want the halter to be fitting where this metal is hitting that bone. Think about how uncomfortable that's going to be for them. We also don't want this nose band dropping below into where this nasal bone is very thin and fragile. I don't want to say it's floating necessarily because it's attached up here, but this is where it can break. The nice thing is if you have a pretty standard marked donkey, standard marked meaning they've got the white around their eyes and the white around their nose, just make sure it's on the colored part of their nose and you should be up high enough. If you notice it starts to slide down a little, you can just kind of adjust it. The fit might need to be adjusted up here if you're using a rental animal from Forever Home. The halters are put on there correctly. However, sometimes adjustments need to happen. If you notice this crown piece back here sliding back on their neck, that's not good for their neck. It's not good for their vertebrae. Don't stick your whole hand under there, but do just kind of nudge it back up to where it's sitting pretty much behind the ears. You don't want it to be here. Also, it's just not gonna fit very well. It kind of hits that spot up by the crown and it stops. If your halter starts to snug up towards their eye, just kind of, adjust it. It's okay to stop and fix all of your gear. You should. If there's a problem, it's going to make a better day for you and a better day for your animal.